Did you know that over 1 million UK workers have lost their jobs in the last year alone, and that number is expected to rise as the job market continues to crumble? But what's really behind this disaster? Is your job next on the chopping block? The UK economy is in freefall, and industries that once seemed unshakable are now facing massive layoffs. Automation and AI are taking over jobs, while remote work has opened the door for global competition, making it harder for local workers to even secure a spot. And if you think you're safe, think again. Brexit has thrown the job market into chaos, and it's about to get worse. So what's happening? Why are so many businesses failing, and why are millions of people still out of work despite the growing number of job vacancies? In today's video, we're going to dive deep into the 10 shocking reasons why the UK job market is collapsing, and how you might be affected. From the rise of automation to the mental health crisis at work, these are the real threats nobody's talking about. If you care about your future, stay tuned. This video is about to reveal the cold, hard truth that could change the way you view your career forever. Will you survive, or will you be the next casualty of the UK's job crisis? Watch until the end to find out. Number 1. Economic uncertainty. The UK job market is struggling due to growing economic uncertainty. Global events like the pandemic, rising inflation, and fluctuating interest rates have caused a massive ripple effect across the economy. As inflation rises, the cost of goods and services increases, and businesses are faced with shrinking profit margins. In response, many companies are making tough decisions, such as freezing hiring or cutting back on employees to stay afloat. This uncertainty has caused a reluctance to hire new workers, especially for roles that are considered non-essential. For businesses, it's all about survival, and securing a long-term workforce isn't as much of a priority right now. Companies are instead focused on reducing costs and improving efficiency, which often translates into job eliminations or contract work with fewer benefits. For workers, this economic climate means fewer opportunities for new roles or career advancements. Recent graduates and professionals looking to switch jobs are particularly affected, as the competition is higher and the demand for workers is not as strong. For those already in jobs, the concern about being laid off due to cost-cutting measures is real. With global markets in turmoil and the UK economy facing slow growth, it's crucial for job seekers to adapt. Now, more than ever, it's important to be proactive in upskilling, staying informed on industry trends, and finding ways to remain valuable in a shifting job market. Economic uncertainty isn't something to ignore. It's something that affects every aspect of the job market and can impact your career trajectory. Number 2. Rise of automation and AI. One of the most significant factors contributing to the collapse of the UK job market is the rise of automation and artificial intelligence, AI. Technology is advancing rapidly, and industries that once relied on human labour are now turning to machines and software to handle tasks more efficiently. From customer service bots to robotic manufacturing, AI is taking over roles that were traditionally filled by humans. The impact of this shift is particularly noticeable in industries like manufacturing, retail, and transportation, where routine tasks are being automated. Warehouses are now using robots to pick and pack orders, reducing the need for human workers. Self-checkout machines in grocery stores have minimized the need for cashiers, while driverless vehicles are on the verge of replacing truck drivers. The fear is that millions of jobs could be lost to automation over the next decade. According to studies, sectors like transportation, food service, and administrative support are particularly vulnerable. AI can perform tasks at a fraction of the cost of a human worker and without the need for breaks, which makes it an attractive option for companies seeking to cut costs. For job seekers, this means staying ahead of the curve is crucial. Reskilling and upskilling in areas like data science, robotics, and AI programming are more important than ever. It's not just about having a job. It's about having a job that is future-proof in an increasingly automated world. If you're still doing repetitive tasks, now is the time to embrace technology and ensure your career path stays relevant in the age of automation. Number 3. Remote work revolution. The remote work revolution has transformed the way companies operate and reshaped the UK job market. With the rise of digital tools and flexible work arrangements, many businesses are opting to hire from a global talent pool instead of just local workers. While this offers significant benefits to companies, it also creates new challenges for job seekers in the UK. The ability to hire remote employees from anywhere means that businesses are no longer limited to UK-based talent. This has resulted in an oversupply of workers competing for the same roles. While the demand for remote workers has skyrocketed, so has the competition, which has driven salaries down. Companies can now recruit from countries with lower living costs, making it harder for UK workers to secure positions at competitive pay. In addition to increased competition, remote work also impacts traditional office jobs. As more organisations embrace work-from-home policies, positions that once required an in-person presence are now being filled remotely. This shift is particularly affecting industries like administration, sales, and customer support, where location is no longer a barrier to employment. For employees, the remote work trend presents both opportunities and challenges. While remote work offers flexibility, it also requires a new set of skills, such as self-management, communication, and digital literacy. Those who fail to adapt to these changes may find themselves left behind in a market that increasingly values remote-first employees. As the demand for remote work continues to grow, the need for adaptability and a global mindset becomes essential. Embracing remote work may be the key to staying competitive in a rapidly evolving job market. Number 4. Skills gap. One of the most pressing issues facing the UK job market today is the growing skills gap. As technology and industries evolve rapidly, many workers find themselves underqualified for the roles that are in demand. This skills mismatch has created a significant barrier to employment, leaving both job seekers and employers struggling to fill positions effectively. In sectors like tech, healthcare, and digital marketing, companies are struggling to find workers with the right expertise. The demand for advanced technical skills, such as coding, data analysis, and cybersecurity, has far outpaced the supply of qualified candidates. As a result, businesses are often forced to import talent from other countries or leave positions unfilled, which stifles growth and productivity. For workers, this skills gap is a major obstacle. Many people are still working in industries or roles that have been automated or outsourced, leaving them vulnerable to job loss. Others simply lack the training or education required to transition into higher demand fields. As industries like manufacturing and retail continue to shrink, workers who don't have the necessary digital or technical skills are at a disadvantage. To remain competitive, job seekers need to actively engage in upskilling and reskilling, whether it's through online courses, certifications, or hands-on experience. Investing in learning new, relevant skills is crucial. The UK job market is increasingly rewarding those who can adapt and grow with the changing demands of the workplace. By closing the skills gap, individuals can future-proof their careers and secure long-term job stability in a rapidly evolving economy. Number 5. Gig economy. Boom. The rise of the gig economy has drastically reshaped the UK job market, creating both opportunities and challenges for workers. More people than ever are turning to freelance, temporary, and short-term contracts as a way to earn a living. While this offers flexibility and independence, it also means less job security and fewer benefits for workers. In the past, full-time, permanent positions were the norm, providing workers with stability, health benefits, and paid leave. However, the gig economy is gradually replacing this model. People are now working as Uber drivers, freelance writers, or delivery couriers, which may provide a steady income but lacks the long-term security of traditional employment. This shift has led to a rise in job insecurity, where workers have little control over their hours, income, or career progression. For businesses, the gig economy offers cost-effective solutions. They can hire contract workers for specific tasks or projects without the long-term commitment of full-time employees. This is especially attractive for companies looking to cut costs and stay agile. However, this reliance on temporary workers can also lead to a lack of loyalty and low employee morale, as many gig workers feel like they're easily replaceable. For workers, adapting to the gig economy requires a shift in mindset. It's crucial to embrace the freedom and flexibility while also planning for the uncertainties that come with it. Workers in the gig economy must become experts in self-management, building multiple income streams, and staying competitive in an increasingly crowded marketplace. To thrive, they must be proactive and adaptable to the changing nature of work in today's economy. Number 6. Decreased job creation. A key factor contributing to the collapse of the UK job market is the decrease in job creation. Over recent years, the rate at which new jobs are being created has significantly slowed down. This stagnation is particularly evident in sectors that were once seen as growth engines, such as retail, hospitality, and manufacturing. Many of these industries are facing downsizing or automation, resulting in fewer opportunities for workers to enter the workforce or secure long-term positions. For businesses, the slowing job creation is often a result of economic pressures, such as rising operational costs, inflation, and uncertain market conditions. Companies are now more focused on cost-cutting and efficiency rather than expanding their workforce. This has led to a rise in streamlined operations, where existing employees are required to take on more responsibilities without an increase in wages or benefits. In many cases, businesses are opting to hire fewer people or rely on freelancers and contract workers instead of permanent employees. For job seekers, this slowdown means fiercer competition for the limited positions available. Graduates entering the job market and professionals seeking career transitions are finding it harder to land stable, full-time roles. Even industries that are growing like tech often require highly specialized skills, further limiting access to entry-level jobs for those without the necessary qualifications. The combination of slower job creation and increasing competition leaves many workers feeling stuck. To remain competitive, it's essential for job seekers to adapt by focusing on sectors with higher demand, gaining new skills, and being flexible with career expectations. Those who are proactive will have the best chance of securing a role in an increasingly tight job market. Number 7. High competition for jobs. As the UK job market continues to struggle, one of the most prominent issues is the increased competition for every available role. With fewer positions being created and more people vying for work, job seekers are finding it increasingly difficult to stand out in a crowded market. This hyper-competitive environment is particularly affecting entry-level and mid-tier positions, where the competition is fierce and the pool of qualified candidates is growing larger every day. In many sectors, it's not uncommon for companies to receive hundreds or even thousands of applications for a single job. This has made it harder for individuals to even get noticed, let alone secure an interview. The presence of talented candidates from both within the UK and abroad has raised the bar for employers, making it essential for applicants to have exceptional qualifications or unique skills to stand out. For those looking to switch careers or enter the job market for the first time, the challenge is even greater. Recent graduates are often competing with seasoned professionals who have years of experience, creating an unfavourable situation for those without a robust network or extensive experience in the field. Additionally, industries that have traditionally provided a pathway to stable employment, such as retail, education, and administration, are now seeing more competition from workers in other fields seeking a change. To overcome the intense competition, job seekers must focus on building a strong personal brand, continuously upskilling, and networking. Those who can effectively demonstrate their unique value and adapt to the needs of employers will have the best chance at success in this highly competitive job market. Number 8. Brexit Impact. The effects of Brexit have been far-reaching, and one of the most significant consequences has been its impact on the UK job market. With the UK leaving the EU, a number of economic shifts have made it increasingly difficult for both UK workers and employers to navigate the job landscape. One of the primary challenges has been the loss of free movement for workers between the UK and the EU, which has led to significant shortages in certain sectors. Industries such as healthcare, agriculture, and construction, which relied heavily on EU workers, have seen a drastic decline in the number of available workers. The end of freedom of movement has resulted in stricter immigration controls, making it harder for businesses to fill vacancies that were once easily staffed by EU nationals. This has led to staff shortages, delayed projects, and a rise in wages as companies scramble to attract local workers to fill roles previously occupied by EU citizens. For UK workers, the impact has been mixed. On one hand, fewer EU workers entering the job market has reduced competition for some positions. But on the other hand, many companies have started looking elsewhere for talent, even outside the EU, creating a more globalized and competitive job market. Additionally, workers in sectors hit hardest by Brexit-related shortages are now facing higher job insecurity as businesses struggle to stay afloat amid rising costs and shrinking workforces. As the UK adapts to its post-Brexit reality, it's more important than ever for job seekers to diversify their skill sets, seek opportunities in sectors that remain in demand, and stay adaptable to changes in immigration policies and workforce trends. Number 9. Business failures. A significant contributor to the collapse of the UK job market is the rise in business failures across various industries. The combination of economic instability, rising operating costs, and changes in consumer behaviour has led to many companies facing severe financial distress. From well-known brands to small businesses, closures and downsizing have become a regular occurrence, resulting in widespread layoffs and job insecurity for workers. As businesses struggle to adapt to the changing economic landscape, they often resort to cost-cutting measures to stay afloat. One of the first areas companies target is staffing, leading to mass layoffs and the reduction of full-time positions. For industries like retail, hospitality, and entertainment, the decline in consumer spending, combined with increased costs from inflation and supply chain disruptions, has created a perfect storm that pushes businesses toward closure. Many companies that have been staples in the UK economy for years are now finding it impossible to maintain operations, leaving employees facing uncertain futures. For workers, the consequences are clear. Job losses are not just affecting low-wage positions, but also middle and high-level management roles. The inability of businesses to recover or adapt quickly has resulted in permanent closures, especially in sectors already struggling post-pandemic. As a result, job seekers face an increasingly competitive landscape where not only is there a lack of new opportunities, but existing positions are disappearing at an alarming rate. The key for job seekers is to pivot and look for emerging sectors with greater stability and growth potential. Diversifying skills and staying adaptable is the best way to mitigate the risk of business failures affecting personal career stability. Number 10. Mental health crisis in the workplace. One of the most overlooked factors contributing to the collapse of the UK job market is the mental health crisis in the workplace. Over the past few years, stress, anxiety, and burnout have reached epidemic levels among workers, and it's taking a significant toll on both job performance and overall career stability. The fast-paced, high-pressure nature of modern work environments, combined with job insecurity and long hours, is pushing many employees to their breaking points, leading to higher absenteeism and decreased productivity. Employers are increasingly aware of the impact mental health issues are having on their workforce. As a result, many companies are now prioritizing employee well-being, offering mental health support, flexible working hours, and stress management programs. However, despite these efforts, the stigma surrounding mental health in the workplace persists, with many workers still hesitant to seek help for fear of being judged or facing negative consequences in their careers. This results in untreated mental health issues that continue to affect both personal lives and professional growth. For workers, the mental health crisis is creating a vicious cycle. Stress leads to poor performance, which in turn results in job loss or reduced career prospects. Those already facing job insecurity are particularly vulnerable, as workplace anxiety and depression make it even harder to navigate an increasingly unstable job market. To cope, it's important for individuals to recognize the signs of mental health struggles early and seek support, whether through company programs, therapy, or peer support groups. In today's job market, addressing mental health is no longer a luxury, but a necessity. Employers and employees alike must prioritize well-being in order to maintain a healthy, productive workforce in the face of economic challenges. So there you have it, 10 undeniable reasons why the UK job market is collapsing and why it's becoming harder than ever to secure stable employment. The future of work is changing fast, and if you don't adapt, you could be left behind. But don't panic. Upskilling, staying informed, and being flexible will help you stay ahead of the curve. Now, we want to hear from you. What do you think about the current state of the job market? Do you feel your job is at risk? Or have you experienced these challenges firsthand? Drop a comment below. We love hearing your thoughts and experiences. If you found this video insightful, make sure to hit that subscribe button. It takes just one click, but it means the world to us. We put a lot of effort into making these videos, and your support helps us create more valuable content for you. Don't miss out on more updates. Subscribe now and stay ahead in this rapidly changing job market.